You see this uptick? If you were ever seen something like this in your weight tracker and felt a wave of panic, breathe. This isn't failure, it's a feedback. Hi, I'm Dr. Sophia Karen. I'm a clinical lab scientist by training and a midlife health educator. In my last video, I talked about fat cell memory, how our bodies are wired to regain weight even after we have worked so hard to lose it, and why tracking your metrics like weight, calories, body measurements, or Dexa Scan is so important. But what happens when those numbers start trending in the wrong direction? That's what this video is all about. How to course correct effectively, confidently, and sustainably. I'm sharing 3 science-backed tools that I personally rely on. And yes, we are going to talk about GLP-1s, not just as a weight loss medication, but as tools for rewiring our brain and supporting long-term weight maintenance. So make sure you stick around. Course correction tool number 1. Let's start with fasting. You've probably heard that intermittent fasting isn't ideal for women in perimenopause, and I agree when it's done the wrong way. Dr. Stacy Sims has been a strong voice on this, and she's absolutely right, especially for women who are already metabolically compromised. But when used sparingly, just 1 to 2 times a week, intermittent fasting can actually help. It lowers insulin, it boosts fat burning, and it helps calibrate hunger cues. Personally, I alternate between 14:10 and 16:8 depending on how my body is responding. And even a simple 12-hour overnight fast can be a very powerful tool. Course correction tool number 2. Adjust your macros, plus hydration support. For 5 to 7 days, increase your protein and fiber and reduce your carbs just slightly. You don't even have to cut calories. Just change the ratios to shift your body back into fat burning mode. This can be done with or without fasting. You can combine the two tools or you can stagger them, alternate them. Now, hydration is the key during this time. And if you're adjusting macros or fasting, you need to add electrolytes even if you don't use them on a daily basis. Aim for at least half your body weight in ounces of water each day. Course correction tool number 3. Let's talk about GLP-1s. Now, if you lost and regained weight over and over again, you're not alone, and you don't need another weight loss plan. What you need is a way to maintain the weight you have already lost. That's where GLP-1s like semaglutide or tirzepatide come in. Now, this is going to sound controversial, but I'm going to put it out there. Most people think of GLP-1 as a weight loss drugs, which they are, but for midlife women who have been on a weight loss hamster wheel for years, these medications might actually be more valuable for maintenance. Why? Because the hardest part isn't losing weight, it's keeping it off, especially when your hormones are shifting in perimenopause. We already know with existing data that the GLP-1 help by reducing appetite and food noise, improving insulin sensitivity, slowing gastric emptying so you stay fuller longer. But we are learning even more thanks to the work of people like Dr. William Seeds, voices like Dr. Tina Moore. GLP-1s may also open a window of neuroplasticity, helping your brain relearn healthier behaviors. It can help shift your body from storage state, like mTOR, to fat burning state, like AMPK. It can help improve cellular efficiency, which is the key for long-term weight stability. Let me share something personal. I went through health crisis last year, and I ended up losing a significant amount of weight. When I saw the final number on the scale, I froze. It felt like PTSD because I knew what's coming next. I was happy, I would go celebrate, and if not, start gaining weight the same day. I'll start gaining weight the very next day, and all the weight will come back. But this time was different. I went to my PCP and asked about GLP-1s, not for weight loss, but for maintenance in micro doses. Now, this is where having a great PCP matters. Someone who understands not just the GLP-1 literature, but also how these medicines can be used outside of just treating diabetes or obesity. It Took a little time, but we figured out the right microdose for my body. And what it gave me was time. Time to retrain my brain, time to reset my behavior, time to build real sustainable lifestyle changes. And it worked. I developed my own protocol for tapering off GLP-1s and maintaining the weight loss. Now, let me be clear. GLP-1s are not magic. If you don't pair them with strength training, adequate protein, and consistent habits, you risk losing muscle, you risk slowing your metabolism, and you risk ending up tired, undernourished, and frustrated. And that's not the goal. We're aiming for strength, stability, and body that works for us, not against us. So here's the takeaway. Course correction doesn't mean starting over from zero. It means listening to your body, looking at your data, and responding with confidence. Whether it's a short-term fast, a macro reset, or a low GLP-1 protocol, this is about resilience, not restriction, not punishment, or definitely not shame. I would love to hear from you if you're going through the same struggles. Let's keep building a smarter, stronger midlife together. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.